This is a short musical challenge that you can join in on even if you haven't seen any of the previous videos. Think of these as short musical ideas that you can take in the key of A minor and expand your ability to improvise. I upload every Tuesday and Friday so that you can continue gathering more of these musical ideas. By the end of today's video, you will be exploring with the right hand the entire A minor scale, along with a beautiful chord progression using arpeggios, and I can't wait to show you how this is done. So today we're going to begin in the key of A minor, and this is the key that we have been working in, but you can start right here. You don't have to go back and watch any of the other previous videos unless you want to. So we're going to be playing in the key of A minor, which happens between A and A. So the A minor scale is really easy because it's all the white notes between A and A. And I just want you to play that in whatever way that you can to begin your practice session. You can play that with the proper scale fingering, or you can just do it with one finger. It doesn't matter. But the reason that I have you do this is to get your ears acclimated to this key that we are playing in, and your hands acclimated to what we're doing. Now, we have been doing two-handed improvisations, and that's what we're going to continue on with doing today. So here is our chord progression that we're going to be using. Very easy, but let's look at it. So let's look at the stacked chords that we have. So we're going to start with an A minor chord in our left hand. Here's middle C. I'll just be here so that we can see it easily. So we start with an A minor, and then we go to an F right here. So we go to F, A, C, which is our next one. And then we're going to go to C major. I'll take this one since our thumb's already down, so we know where we're going. We're going to do C major, which is C, E, G, and then we're going to go back to an A. So one more time, we have A minor, F major, C major, and then A minor again. So that's one way that we can do our left hand, just by doing stacked chords. However, if we always do it the same way, it can be a little boring. So the other way is to make an octave. And making an octave is just using your one finger and your five finger to represent the chords. So then we can go through it again. We have A minor, F major, C major, and then A minor. But today I'm going to do another note. It's only one more note, but it does amazing things to make this sound absolutely beautiful and more full. And that is by adding the fifth. So where does this come from? So when we have an A minor, we'll start with that chord. In order to make this chord originally, if we start on A and we go up three notes, we go 1, 2, 3. That's our third in the key of A minor. And then if we go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we add that, that's our fifth. And that E is where we're going to get this note from. So the first thing we do is we create an A to A octave, and we're going to put the fifth down, which is our E. So I want you to feel what that feels like. We're always going to use our two finger to put that number 5 in the middle. So here is our A, E, A. And then we're going to go down to F. And that has our C in the middle. And then we go to C. I'll take this lower one. You could either take that one or the higher one. This has a G in the middle. And then we go back to A. And then when I go through there and repeat that little chord progression, because that would be a really short chord progression if you just went through it one time, I'm going to actually hit the A again to begin my next chord progression. So we're going A, F, C, A, and then do it again. A, F, C, A. Okay, now, before we do anything with rhythm in the left hand, we're going to get our right hand involved. Now, in the previous couple videos, we have talked about the pentatonic scale, which is a great place to start because it gives you notes to choose from. The pentatonic scale is the key of A minor, but we skip two notes. We skip the B and the F. So you're doing A, C, D, E, and G, and that's it. But today, you're going to have use of the whole scale. So in order to do this, I want to show you the proper scale fingering in the right hand, just so that you can move easily and use it if you would like. You do not have to. This is just a tool, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay our fingers down on the first 5 keys of A minor. So we have A, B, C, D, and E. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to tuck your thumb under to the D so that your thumb goes on the D, and then you're going to lay the rest of your fingers down on the next notes. And then just go up. That's it. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, under with your thumb. And then to come back down, it's the opposite. So it's kind of a brain twist, but we're going to go all the way down to our thumb, and then we're going to cross over with 3. So it goes like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross over with 3. So I want you to just practice that scale fingering a couple times in your right hand for the purpose of making beautiful music. Now we're going to go ahead and add our 5th in the middle of our octaves for our entire scale. Now this is the exercise to get us started into our beautiful song we're going to do today. We're going to play the entire scale up, starting on our first note. And then we're going to switch our chords in our left hand to come back down. Switch our chords to a C. And then switch to our A. Again, still an exercise, still doesn't sound very musical, but stick with me. Now that we have an idea of what our scale fingering is, how our left hand is moving, we're still only going to be holding down our left hand for 4 beats. So those are whole notes. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then moving 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the right hand, you now get to do quarter notes, and you get to choose any notes within the A minor scale. Any notes at all. Any white notes basically on the piano, which is really cool. The only rule is to begin and end on an A. 4 notes in the right and holding down for 4 in the left. And do you see how I didn't just stay up here in this octave? I also came down here below because we get all of the use of the keyboard if you want to. Okay, so to make it more musical sounding, I want you to start thinking of the width of your hand. So did you notice that in my right hand, I wasn't going like this? I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but that's not like something that we would hear very often or that we could sing along to. So usually when I'm doing patterns, I usually do it within about a hand's breadth of one another. That doesn't mean always. Like sometimes I can skip to something like that, but then I'm doing something in between. Okay, so I just want you to keep that in mind when you are creating melody. We're going to now start arpeggiating. And just a small arpeggio, and if you don't know what that means, stick with me. Just a small arpeggio is going to make a world of difference to how musical your song is going to sound. So all an arpeggio means is that you're taking a chord or a pattern and you are playing it broken instead of together. That's all it is. So for today's purposes, we're going to do our octave with our 5th. But instead of playing them all together, we're going to start at the bottom and play them individually. And then we're going to hold them down as we go. So you can either do this or this. Doesn't that sound so much prettier? Okay, so now in order to get used to the hand movements, because now we're doing an arpeggio on the left, but we're also moving our chords and doing that, we need to go very slowly, right? So let's still stick with only the quarter notes or the 1 beat notes, 4 notes over here while we're doing this arpeggio over here. So this is going to sound like this. Our left hand rhythm is going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're going to try that a few times. Already it's starting to sound a lot more musical, right? Like we're hearing a lot of that sound in the right hand. Sounds like a melody. Super great. Now we're going to try some different rhythms in our right hand, and you get to just decide. Doesn't have to be crazy, but it doesn't always have to be quarter notes. So let's see what beautiful song and type of song that we can come up with our beautiful arpeggios on the left. If you like this video and like playing in the key of A minor, go ahead and check this one out. It's a great one that explores even more musical tips and make your playing fun every single time you sit down at the piano. I'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday as we continue to explore how to make beautiful music in the key of A minor.